Good morning, everyone. I'm Marie, and today I will be telling you guys about my personal coronavirus experience. Let's start with the easy stuff. My routine, just like all of yours, has changed a lot. Like now I can wake up at about 9:15, 9:30ish and not have to rush myself to get ready for school. And it's really relaxing, and I see it as like a break, but it really isn't. I'm still getting up, brushing my teeth, doing all that good stuff, then getting breakfast, which I used to not do before. I used to not have breakfast in the morning and I'd go straight to school, have a lunch, go to practice for 2 to 3 hours, come home and have like a small dinner. But now I'm eating breakfast, I'm eating lunch, and I'm eating dinner, and that's a good thing. So here I'm making myself some eggs. I love eggs. I have them every morning, and I usually pair it with some water that I put like cucumbers and lemons with, and it's really good. It's really healthy, unlike the other stuff that that the rest of my family eats, where they take the Jimmy Dean microwavable Egg McMuffin things and they put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and they take it out, and that's their breakfast. I don't like doing that, so I make myself eggs and a little drink. And I'm really using this quarantine to learn how to cook. I knew how to make eggs before. Eggs are simple, but I just really want to learn how to do stuff for myself instead of being like, hey mom, can you make me some eggs? I can just go downstairs and be like. So after I get breakfast, I come back up and I do my work. I see what I need to get done for the day, get all that done, so I have a lot of free time. Like, online learning gives me freedom with all my work. I really like online learning. One thing that I love about it is that I can learn in a comfortable environment, which is my room. And I really enjoy being in my room, and I'm just in here all the time. And so if I'm comfortable and I'm being able to learn, and it's just a good, you get what I'm saying. So all of my teachers use Google Classroom. There isn't one period that I have that doesn't have a Google Classroom. Some of my teachers have Remind and some of them don't. I actually really enjoy Remind because I can, directly speak to my teachers and they can give me important messages, like as a text, because I don't want to say I'm always on my phone, but I'm frequently on my phone. When I first heard about the coronavirus, I didn't go into panic. I don't want to say I laughed, but I did because they were all in the form of memes, right? So you'd see memes about China and the coronavirus and then stuff like that, and you'd laugh and you'd think, okay, this is never gonna hit here. This is never gonna come here. We don't have to worry about it. Until it does come here, and then the whole nation goes into shock, and then we have to go under quarantine. My reaction when it's oh, it's in America. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, it's in California. Oh, okay. It's in Santa Clarita. Oh, okay. And then we shut down, and now we're under quarantine. I don't mind it. I really like it. I like being under quarantine. I enjoy going out with my friends. That's one thing, but if it means staying inside and stopping the spread of this virus, then I'll do it. Because my family is pretty healthy, except for my dad and my brother. My dad is old. He's 63, which means he has a weakened immune system. And he goes out a lot. He has to work. There's no other way. He just can't stop working. So my brother, he's 9 years old, and he doesn't have the best immune system. And that's what really gets to me. If I were to go outside and catch it, I'd survive. But if I caught it, brought it back home, and my brother caught it, he wouldn't. So if staying inside means my family stays safe, then I'll do it, of course. My mom's been really strict about washing hands and hand sanitizer and sanitizing everything before you touch it. And it gets annoying, but I understand why. The worst thing for me about this quarantine is that I can't go to practice. I can't work out. I can't work on my skills in lacrosse. I love to be fit. I love working out, but with this quarantine, it's really been tough to do that because I don't have as much motivation at home than I do at Central Park or at the gym. So that's the worst thing about this quarantine for me personally. Especially for the spring season. So I play lacrosse and I would sometimes stay late after practice with my coach just to get some extra reps in because I'm a goalie and I love being goalie, and I just wanted to put in that extra effort to be the best for my team when season comes by. And just to see that all that hard work kind of being stripped away from me, it really hurts. And I just really want to be back on the field. I'm looking forward to next year, and I'm not saying all the hard work I did for this season was for nothing. I hope I can implement that next season, but I was just so looking forward to playing this year. But the best thing about this quarantine for me is that I love staying at home and just staying in my room. Like, my room is amazing. Like, I will never get bored in here. All I have to do is just open out the window for fresh air, lay on my bed. I have a Pac-Man machine, I have an Xbox, I have my own computer. I have books, notebooks, I can write a story, I can read. I have a lot of books I haven't read that I should take the time to during this quarantine. I have a lot of CDs, movies I could watch, board games. I know how to sew, I can do that, all that good stuff. I love how I can just stay in here with no problem, and everyone loves that I'm in here. No one's like, oh yes, come out of your room, come spread the germs. No, everyone's like, stay in your room and stay in there for the rest of the year, you know? So I have no problem with it. I'm great. I love it, absolutely. So that's the best thing about the quarantine for me. My opinion on how all of this will play out, I don't want to predict anything because anything could happen. What I really hope will happen is that people understand social distancing and we stop the spread as quickly as possible in time for a cure to come up. And the other day I saw a beach in Florida, and there were thousands of people there. And it just made me wonder, like, do they know how serious this is? And how they didn't grasp the concept of social distancing. And in places like those, I believe that's where the death toll is going to rise, and they're going to, I don't want to say pay the price, but they're going to realize, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have gone out when they told me not to go out, you know? But in Los Angeles, in our part, Santa Clarita, Valencia, Saugus, I feel like we understand the concept of social distancing and that we're doing a pretty good job of it. So I don't think it's going to be really bad here. Like, there's only 3 confirmed cases so far, and I feel like we'll be safe and we'll be good, and we understand the subject of social distancing and washing your hands and just being clean, so I'm not worrying about it too much. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening to me. I really hope you have a great one. Bye, guys.